Welcome to today's Daily Dose with Danica. Today's Daily Dose is brought to you by the letter A. A for appetite, attitude, and Ayo. How many of you have ever binged watched a TV show? The Office, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what's another one? Friends, if I'm taking it old school or new school, because some people have binge watched it recently. When you had that be your point of reference for hours and hours and hours and weeks and weeks and weeks possibly, was that the thing that you talked about most with your friends or people at work or family? Is it something like you would quote the show expecting everyone else to know what you were talking about even if they had not seen the show? Napoleon Dynamite is a great example for that, even though that's not a TV show, but people would quote it because they watched it and pulled those quotes from it. That speaks to the point of when Tom Ziegler says, what you feed your mind becomes your appetite. Before you watched The Office or Friends or something, whatever you were feeding your mind was your appetite, right? So if you were studying for an exam, for instance, say you were studying for math, you could most only think about math because you wanted to do good on that test. You wanted to know how to apply it for whatever reason. Say you were in college and you needed to know it for, I don't know, accounting, maybe. And so math and accounting became, another A, became your appetite and the stuff that you talked about most and thought about most often because you were feeding your mind math, The Office, and it determined your attitude as well. And another prime example of that is I know this person who when he was a kid, we'll call him Sam, he spent a summer in his room between his 8th and 9th grade years watching South Park. Now this is the prime example of garbage in, garbage out. Sam was at a private Christian school. Sam went to 9th grade, had to write in his journal something using his vocabulary words. Sam applied the vocabulary words to a story around the attitude and stories of South Park. Clearly that didn't go over well. Sam got kicked out of school for that. But that was because that was all Sam was focused on. What he fed his mind was South Park, so his appetite was for South Park and his attitude became South Park. And then once he detoxed from South Park, his appetite became the things that made him feel better and more positive, and he was reading different books and watching different shows and was really then became interested in theater at his new school, and that became his passion. Music became his passion from there. And so then he started feeding his mind with learning music, and that became his appetite. And that then became his passion and his purpose. And now Sam is in the music industry producing music and singing backup for some very well-known people, which leads me to the Ayo. So what is it you're feeding your mind that's becoming your appetite, that's determining your attitude? Is it helping you get to your Ayo, or is it helping you distract yourself from a life you're not happy living, that you just don't feel fulfilled, or you feel hopeless, or just meh? Let's start with the foundation. Let's start with new input so that we can change your appetite for something that inspires you, that gives you energy, that sparks creativity in you. What is that for you? If time and money were no object, and I meet you on a street in 3 years and I say, oh my gosh, look at you. You look amazing. Tell me everything about your life right now. What would your story be to me? If anything were possible, what would your story be? How would you be living your life if you could live any life you wanted to in 3 years? And this is your chance to play on the playground of possibility. Make up, admit. Actually, the word is admit. Admit, another A word. What you want your life to look like if there were no restrictions, if no limits, and if you knew you couldn't fail. What would your life look like? And that's where we're going to start. That's your AO, so that we can bridge that gap from where you are now to where you want to be. We can do it. Simple. We just need a plan and take a step. So your homework for today is to allow yourself to dream. I give you permission to dream as if life were limitless and you could truly have anything in life that you want. Live the dream life in the dream house, dream car, planes, whatever. What would that look like for you? And I have something I was going to give you. Where is it? I have self-talk cards. That was going to be my giveaway. I don't have them to show you. I thought I had them. Tomorrow, I will show you the self-talk cards that I'm giving away. For the people who respond, raise their hand, tell me their dream, even just send me an emoji sticking your tongue out at me. Something. Let's go. I need some engagement. I'll send you some the self-talk cards that we use at Ziegler. Simple, profound, life-changing. So simple, we try to overcomplicate it. So your homework, again, what's your homework? Tell me, class. What's your homework? Dream. Dream and write it down. Your life unlimited. I want to hear that story. I'm looking forward to it. I love you. You matter. So matter. And remember, another word, accepted. You are accepted. And we are going to work from acceptance. We're going to live from acceptance, not for it, because you are accepted. God bless you.